Game time, Brian. Your name's name that I gun. You need a way to the fire. Tatey with hammer stills gunned in the living room. Just a mailbag full, delivering letters. Now I'm dropping that fuel from the 9 to 5 to the Cowboys grind. Turn my voice into a platform. Game time, Brian. Every snap, every play, break it all down. Blue and silver pride, yeah, I rep this town. From the news to the rumors, every hot debate. If it's Cowboys talk, man, I'm never late. They say America's team, yeah, the name holds weight. 5 rings deep, and we still chase 8. No matter win or lose, I stay locked in. Every game day is game time again. Game time, Brian, put the star in the sky. Talking about the boys till the day I die. From the mail route grind to the YouTube fame. Now the whole world knows my name. Tune in, lock in, yeah, we going live. Cowboys Nation, yeah, we ride or die. Opinions fly, but the passion stays. Every day's game time. Press play. Dak takes the snap, Micah on the chase. Talking O-line, defense, who's making the plays? Trays, rumors, draft picks too. If it's Cowboys news, then you know I come through. No network scripts, just a fan with a voice. Doing this my way, yeah, that's my choice. Breaking it down for the real, no cap. If you're riding for the star, then you know where we at. They say America's team, yeah, the name holds weight. 5 rings deep and we still chase 8. No matter win or lose, I stay locked in. Every damn day, it's game time again. Yeah, top Brian, put the star in the sky. Talking about the boys till the day I die. From the mail route grind to the YouTube fame. Now the whole world knows my name. Tune in, lock in, yeah, we going live. Cowboys Nation, yeah, we ride or die. Opinions fly, but the passion stays. Every day's game time. Press play.
Well, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. Game time, Brian is here. Little Ron Oliver action. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as Game time, Brian, right now. What's going on, everybody? Lunchtime chat. Hope everybody is well. Hope you hear me. Hope you see me. I think you do. Let's go back to the top. Don't really have anything planned, but I wanted to do something with you guys. I don't know who the first one was. Even Eagle fan, something. Arturo Gomez, what's going on? Philly D, what's up, brother? What do we got here? What do we have here? We got Daniel M. What's up, brother? Clemente, happy anniversary. I believe it's 16 years for Clemente. Happy anniversary, Clemente. Make sure you take care of the woman. Oscar Perini, what's going on, my man? What do we got? Jimbo, my neighbor. What's up, Jimbo? Let's see. Who else we got here? A little light crowd. That dude, Rolo. What's going on, Rolo? How are you? CZ's in the house. What's up, CZ? Daniel, rather have another defensive tackle. I hear you, Oscar. We can talk about it. Phillies are getting killed already, Jimbo. It just started. I don't have it on. Damn. I know they got to get out Bryson Stott out of the leadoff. I do know that, Jimbo. Let's see here. Alina, good afternoon, Alina. What's going on, Alina? And Curtis Bergdorf. What's up, Curtis? Vinny Hagen's in the house. West Virginia country boy. Linda Conyers, Flip Shelton. Tina Green, my wife from California, is in the chat. How are you? Your dog, she misses you, but you might get the stink eye for a day or so. So everybody say hi to Tina. She is in Cali. What's going on, Wade? How are you, brother? Golden Corral, Wade. What are you up to?
They're making pickups in Terrell,
Texas, baby. Texas. So we got some breaking news. Aaron Rodgers, as Flip Shelton is saying it, I'm reading it. Aaron Rodgers will sign with the Steelers, finally. He will sign his deal on Friday, probably a 1-year deal. Let me ask you, Wade, how happy do you think Aaron Rodgers is or annoyed that they couldn't keep George Pickens on that team.
He's probably annoyed.
I think that's probably because now that we're hearing it, based solely upon George Pickens' Twitter account. George Pickens said that ultimately he forced his way out. The Steelers wanted to keep him. So again, 1-year deal worth $20 million. Daniel M. He's still stealing money, but again, I like the Steelers. That's a good fit. Yeah, Linda. She's on the West Coast. She's right outside of San Fran. She just got back from.
How old is Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers? Oh, I don't know. I can Google it. At probably 41. Let me look.
So, hey.
Aaron Rodgers, 41 years old.
Aaron Rodgers.
He turns 42 December 2nd.
Let's see if he can pull a Brett Favre and have the greatest season of his life in his early 40s.
Well, I love Brett. I mean, I love Aaron Rodgers. Don't get me wrong. I love the talent, but what I saw with the Jets, with decent amount of talent, was pretty impressive.
His numbers actually weren't bad last year. Aaron Rodgers. I think the team just didn't gel. I just think they just kind of.
He didn't look right, but yeah, it is what it is. He was coming off of the
Achilles.
The Achilles, that's it. Yes. Breaking news: Joy Taylor was on Dak's side relating to Pro Football Focus. Have him at 17. Also, Bart Scott pulling for Shoddy. Is the world upside down or is it backwards? I think what's going on, Clemente, is people are realizing that Dallas is a good football team, regardless of how far they go. I don't think anybody's questioning the talent they have on this team, and if a few things go their way, it could be scary. But again, that's a big difference between ifs and buts, and then a team who's ready to roll. So. We got a lot of work to do, but I think everybody's seeing what the obvious is. They're going to be very talented, and we'll see. We'll see where it takes us. Again, it's all about playoffs, but after last year, we need to get off to a good start, in my opinion. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Detroit Lions had knee procedure, expects to be ready by camp. Again, there's some. Again, like you're starting to see Wade. Like I said the other day. Steelers lost tight ends already for the year with an Achilles. Michael Pittman exited practice today with an apparent knee injury. I mean, dude. And then he got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah, he's going to be ready by camp. It was probably a scope, but still, you know how that goes. You just hope that, and not to mention Anthony Richardson, quarterback of Indianapolis Colts, is out with a shoulder injury. That don't bode well. So things are happening fast and furious, and these guys aren't even practicing with pads on. It's crazy. So, but anyway.
Yeah. Health
as well.
You need health. Best ability is availability. That's why the Eagles were so good last year.
Look at that. The best ability is availability. That's impressive right there.
Problem is, Jerry and them were like, they like signing their own, even though they weren't available.
Yeah.
It's like, man.
Dan Campbell.
Hopefully we've made it past those.
Everybody has injuries, right? We're not saying, I don't want
Michael Irvin seems excited. Michael Irvin seems excited. He says, we going to shock your ass.
That's what he's shocking your ass, he said. I know.
That's what Michael Irvin was saying.
I know. Game time.
He was
what do you think
laughing
about my 2 trade ideas? Daniel, I'd have to look at it, brother. Again, let me look. I don't like the idea of trading Brock Hoffman. So if he was in it, I know a lot of people all of a sudden want to get rid of Brock. Brock Hoffman gives you much needed depth, man. Much needed depth. You don't want to get rid of Brock Hoffman. He's only on a 1-year deal, Daniel. Not many people are going to offer you much anyway. Let's see here. What does Daniel got? Daniel got time for the dominoes to fall. Let's see. Daniel, I need Cowboys to mess around. Where you at, brother? All right. A trade of 6 from Ramsey and cash. You would need to do better than a 6, but I'm okay with it. To me, I'm not giving cash. I already got to pay him his $20 million. I don't see that happening, Daniel M. You're gonna see. You're gonna see
Rather
Stephon
have
Gilmore.
Gilmore.
You're gonna see Gilmore, Daniel. And if you don't see Gilmore, that's actually a good sign. And what does that mean? That means that they're seeing fantastic stuff from what they got already on the team. They're loaded. It's just whether it's going to be available at the beginning of the year. So again, rookie, you don't know what he's going to be, but talent-wise, he was arguably the best corner in the draft. A lot of scouts I trust say that Savon Ravel would have went number 1 if he wasn't coming off of an ACL last September. So, that's me. So I don't mean to shoot you down. I did see one where you had
Even over Travis Hunter?
Yeah, because they're saying a Travis Hunter is probably going to play receiver. I think Travis Hunter, a lot of people are shitting on Travis Hunter. I told you I was not a big fan of Travis Hunter, everybody. Game time. Did you read my? Yeah. Put it up there again, Daniel.
I wouldn't have gave up what the Jaguars gave up for him.
Yeah, Jimbo. What's up, brother? Jimbo's in the house. We got Jimbo. Let's see here. Game time. I have 2 trade ideas for considered perfect time to do it. Trade at 26, sixth round, and Brock Hoffman to the Lions for DJ Reader. Again, I don't think you need to do that. You probably could just do it with a 5th and keep Hoffman, but I don't know that. I would reach out though. If they value Reader, we don't know. See, Daniel, we don't know what Dallas sees as Reader. Is he a 1? I don't know. Not saying he's not, but we don't know what they're or you want to trade a 2026 5th for Ramsey. I like that. I do like that. But I don't see them doing it again. We got a lot to worry about ourselves. But anyway, what's going on? What's up, Hallie Pierce? How are you? Hallie's in the house. So what's up, man? You all right, Wade? Anything new going on with you?
Oh, shoot, man.
You got your trip coming up, right?
Yeah. Got to book a plane ticket for that.
Oh, really? You didn't do it yet?
No, I hadn't booked it yet.
I wonder how much. I was looking at Jets Cowboys tickets. Looking about if you want lower level, somewhere half decent, it's going to be like $280 plus fees a piece.
Oh, that ain't much.
So right now I'm eyeing up 2 seats. It's like with fees, it's like $340 each. So.
For the Jets? When is that game?
October 5th.
Okay.
I would apologize. I had everything backwards. As much as I've looked at the Dallas schedule, we are home against the Giants week 2, not away. We are home. So, we are home. So, we don't play the Giants till the last game of the year. I will not be going to MetLife. So I may be inclined to go to the Jet game if Wade wants to go. I may be inclined. So it's an early game too, So I may be inclined to do that. We'll have to keep an eye on it, but we got to act swiftly when we decide. I could go, but I don't feel like going.
Just need to get tickets before the season starts.
Yeah. Well,
I'll tell you one thing though, if the Jets come out and drop 4 games in a row before that game, I promise you those tickets will go probably a little cheaper.
Yeah, they will. But
or if the Jets are good, then yeah, they'll go up. So there's
if Dallas is good, they're gonna go up too. They're gonna unload them to Dallas fans. So
you'll buy them for the season.
Eagles signed wide receiver Ife Ade. I don't know nothing about him. Let's see. Ife Ade. There's a new wide receiver on the Eagles depth chart. The day the team announced they signed Ife Ade, there was no corresponding move on the 90-man. Eagles now have 13 wideouts. Ade went undrafted in April. Tried out for the Eagles at their minicamp. He had 164 receptions, 2,300 yards, 19 touchdowns while at Sam Houston State. He also ran for 4 touchdowns. Ade ranks 7th in school history in all 3 of those receiving categories and has another spot in Bearcats lore because he caught the game-winning touchdown in FCS title game in 2021. Shout out to the new Eagle, at least for now. Ife Ade. Practice squad speedster, says CZ. You can never have too much speed, right? That's why we're happy with some of the moves we did. Again, what does that mean? That means speed.
I'm gonna do what the Eagles fans do to us all the time. That's a garbage signing.
Yeah, but
That's a
they're gonna
trash
say,
signing.
but you know what's gonna happen. Wait, they're gonna say, well, we're already Super Bowl champs. We don't need a lot. We just need some garbage. What's up, Drew? Del Carey is in the house. What's going on? How are you? I think Avery Williams might be cut on the Eagles. Yeah, hurt on the Eagles. What's up, man? How is everybody? Daniel, I'm just saying that the Cowboys have to make 2 moves to make the roster complete. Daniel, let me just give you a little word of wisdom, bro. When you think it's complete, something happens. DJ Reader is a aging defensive lineman. Let me just look him up. DJ Reader is 30. He'll be 31 next month. Less than a month away, he'll be 31. I am not giving up young Brock Hoffman for him. Brock Hoffman was can start games in this league on the offensive line. DJ Reader, as much as he's a decent player, again, I don't know that I would do that. I would just try and make a trade, a 5th-round pick. You don't need to give up a player, but they gotta want to get rid of him. They're gonna see how
I would
their
have
health
been
is.
comfortable if Dallas would have went and got like Calais Campbell. That'd have been a good veteran defensive lineman to bring in who's still really solid, who's a leader.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I know they're going with a youth movement right now, so
yeah, and
Dak's the oldest guy on the team.
Yeah, I don't mind DJ Reader. I'm just not giving up a Brock Hoffman. I'm not doing it. He's your swing guard. He's your backup center. There's no way in hell I'm doing that. So sorry.
Yeah.
I'll go out and you don't have to do that, Daniel, is what I'm saying. You do not have to include anybody in Reader. You just got to give up draft capital. And it wouldn't take much more than maybe a 5, maybe you're 5. But again, I wouldn't rush. I want to see what, like I told Mark Holmes, wait and see what everybody's doing in a preseason. Just wait and see what you got. Wait and see what you got in Jay Toia. Wait and see what you got with Justin Rogers that you drafted last year out of Auburn, who's a big boy. Wait and see what you got with all the free agent guys that we brought in. Wait to see in this system what's going to happen. So that's all. Be patient.
According to Norm this morning on the ticket, he was filling in. He was early in the morning. He was still saying he's like the Cowboys are taking a big risk and we're relying on a bunch of spares that were given up. That were
he's right.
a lot of players that were given up on by the franchises they were drafted by. It's a gamble.
Yeah, I hear you.
Or it's either wishful thinking.
I hear you.
His, and I agree with him in the aspect of, I'd rather us go. It would make a little more logical sense to go get like proven talent, but you know how the Cowboys are. They're not gonna do that. Except, well, they did get George Pickens. I mean, they traded for him. But
yeah.
He's maybe one of the few guys beside him and who do we bring back? Fowler. Him and Fowler. That's proven talent right there.
Hold up, I fucked up. Don't worry about that goal. I'm going to delete it. I screwed it up. Remove it. Sorry. Let's see here. But game time, he's productive at age 30. Again, that's fine, buddy. You can be productive, but you don't have to give up one of your number 6 offensive linemen. Sorry, you do not. Again, like Wade just pointed out, Dallas has to grow as the season goes. If they get out to a slow start, giving up on Hoffman could be a total waste. Not to burst your bubble, but if Dallas gets out and they can't get out of their own way, and they, God forbid, the worst happens, I'm not going to say it, but you know what I'm thinking about.
Meat off the bone happens.
Yeah, if something like that happens, then it's like, why are we giving up the assets, man? Let's we have enough bodies. Unless there's a trade that makes sense, do not give up your offensive line depth. Do not. Vinny, I like
that's
what you're
my whole
saying,
thing.
brother.
I don't want to give up the offensive line depth. I don't want to give up the offensive line depth to maybe bulk up the defensive line depth. I'm more in the aspect of like, if you're gonna make a trade for a defensive lineman, I'm more inclined like you need to trade for an impact defensive lineman like a Vita Vea or something. You know, you're gonna slide in there and he's gonna be a monster. I'm more into doing something like that, giving up capital to do something like that.
Oscar Clemente Ratliff was great that year. We drafted him as a great draft. Not Theo Ratliff, Jay Ratliff. I went Theo Ratliff. People who knows who I'm talking about. Let's see what we got here. Where is everybody? That's what I want to know. Mozzie a soup sandwich. Come on, bro. What you worry about Mozzie for?
He was rated second to the last overall rated defensive tackle in the NFL last year.
Not last.
Played.
The last would be Mr. Irrelevant. He's second to Mr. Irrelevant. Again, we've upgraded. He's just he's fighting for a job. So we'll see what he does in the system. What's up, West Virginia country boy?
Oh yeah,
Did you book your room yet or what, brother?
This is the prove it year this year for Mozzie.
Yeah, Mozzie. If Mozzie could be out, I'd hang out with the Game Time. Cause CZ, dude.
Hell, they might.
Come on down, brother.
The only reason they ain't got rid of him because he's a first-round pick. It's their first-round pick. Dallas hates admitting they're wrong.
Yeah. Hit that like button while you're at it. Thanks, Rolo. Appreciate it, man.
And usually they don't get rid of first-round picks. They'll let the contract play out, and then they'll either let them walk, something like that.
Yeah. Yep. I hear you. Yeah, let's look at some of the topics of the day. Let's look at some of them. I did read some of them. Let's see here. Let's see. The Ravens signed wide receiver Rashad Bateman to a deal. 3-year, $36.75 million extension. So this contract comes after a year after Bateman signed a team-friendly 2-year extension worth $12.8 million. Because he didn't qualify for the 5th-year option after starting the 2023 training camp on the did not report list. Now, after becoming Baltimore's most explosive wide receiver, he's under contract through the 2029 season. I liked Rashad Bateman. He was one of the guys that Dallas had reached out to about. So who's a clown? Ken James. Who's a clown? Good. Who's a clown? Somebody's a clown. Who's a clown? Bateman did get paid. Bateman got paid big time. Steelers renewed.
That offensive lineman that retired from Detroit, did he say why he retired? He just said, hey, I'm done.
Frank Ragnow. He is out. Frank Ragnow decided to retire. He didn't say why. He just wanted to be with his family. And if anybody knows in the chat, if anybody knows in the chat, let me know. I don't know why he retired, but he was young. But they said that they weren't totally surprised. Some people are, are more analytical in life, and if they save your money, he don't want to put his body through that. He didn't feel the need to have to win. Let's face it. Frank Ragnow was on a team who's, one of the top teams to have a chance to go to the Super Bowl, and yet he's still retired. So, Hallie Pierce, Lord, my fingers have forgotten how to type. Tell me about it, Hallie. I'm horrible on my phone. Lately, I've been in Mark's chat on my phone, and I can't type everybody's name in. So I'm horrible. Timothy Looper, Hello, Game Time from the old, fat, well-endowed cowboy fan from Terrell, Texas, just 30 miles east of Dallas. Wade just dropped off in Terrell, right there, Timothy. Wade is...
I'm 2 miles from the Buc-ee's right now.
He's 2 miles from Buc-ee's, Timothy. 2 miles. Okay, so you're an Eagle fan and you come in with a bunch of clown faces. Okay, so what are you trying to say, bro? What are you trying to say, my man? What are you trying to say?
Trying to say we're a bunch of clowns because we're Cowboys fans.
Well, here you go, Ken James.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry. You can't hear it, but it was I'm your Huckleberry. I didn't think you had it in you. I'm your Huckleberry. I know why wishing on a star. What's up, Mouse? Mouse is in the house, brother. I've never been to a Buc-ee's, Hallie. I've seen a lot of Buc-ee's, on YouTube channels. And Wade, I need Wade to do like a...
Yeah, I should have dragged y'all to Buc-ee's if I'd have known that.
Chris May, thanks to Chris May for that drop. I put it right on the system. So there you go, Chris. Thank you, brother. Yeah, this is kind of a chill afternoon chat. But yeah, so we'll talk about whatever you just want to talk about. Zoom crew, get on in here. I didn't have much. I just came home. I was running behind, so I just kind of set it up. I wanted to do something. But Aaron Rodgers, yes, he's going to sign a 1-year deal worth $20 million. Listen. Is anybody rooting for Aaron? Are you rooting for Aaron Rodgers, Wade?
He's on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's tough, right?
Definitely not rooting for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, or the head coach. I think he's a jackwagon.
No, Mike Tomlin. I swear, I think he's overrated, but
I mean, Mike Tomlin is maybe a notch above Jason Garrett. I mean, we're talking one playoff win in how many years?
It's been at least 7.
It's
been at least 7 or 8.
How's everyone doing? Doc Carrier, we're just chill. I'm just chill, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of kicking back. Not much to really talk about. Game time. The biggest question is, how is Daisy going today? Daisy. See, they're all asking about you, Daisy. She keeps looking at the door. She keeps looking at the door, thinking her mother's going to come through it. And that's got to be taking months off her life. Daisy, don't give me the sad eyes. Daisy, stop. Where's Mom? Seeing that her ears perk up. Daisy, come on, girl. She's going to be okay. What's up, Ken Armstrong? How are you, brother? For Aaron Rodgers, hell no. Nah. Yeah, I got you, brother. FD Eagles, says Timothy Looper.
I ain't got nothing for Aaron Rodgers, especially what he did to us in 2016, 2014. Yeah, nah, man.
Yeah, I don't. Again,
hope that motherfucker breaks his leg week 1.
Oh God, that's brutal. That's
damn
brutal.
right.
God damn. See, you guys are brutal. Break a leg. So okay,
damn
so when
right.
you tell him, hey,
Officially
Aaron, go
retired.
break a leg, you really mean it.
Oh yeah. For that 2016 playoff loss.
Game time. If we get Ramsey and Reader, that's the definition of all in. I think, Daniel, I would agree on the surface that it would be all in. I mean, I do agree that if you went and did that, but I don't know that I want to do that. That's the thing. I don't know, Daniel. Game time. Do you play fantasy? I do. Hallie, I know he's brutal, isn't he? Wade's brutal. He's going into a Buc-ee's now. Look at that. Rob Bay, Daniel, I'm Jerry will not give up that much.
I'm not far from the Buc-ee's.
Yeah. Rob, I agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. Again, yeah, to me at this point, if you're going to give up draft capital, it's a 5th. I'd be willing to give up one of the 5s to get a decent player. Just remember they gave up a 5th for Brandon Cooks a couple of years ago. So it's like I don't know the Reader would be that. I don't know. I just don't. This is why I say that, Daniel. Reader was a free agent last year, and they didn't even budge. He was a
Did
free
Brandon
agent.
Cooks retire?
No, he went to New Orleans. Good luck, Brandon Cooks. He goes to New Orleans, and now they're going with a rookie quarterback. It looks like.
New Orleans is cooked.
Hallie says, "Tell Walker to get some buffalo jerky at Buc-ee's. It's good.
Buffalo jerky.
Buffalo jerky, hamburger.
Yeah, they got all sorts of beef jerky there at Buc-ee's.
We should still pick up Nick Chubb. Now, again, that's another move, Ken, where I think they're going to wait, man. I think they have a loaded, I wouldn't say loaded in as far as talent, but they have a big room right now. They need to see what they got, and they need to use this mandatory minicamp. And after this next week, that's it until training camp. So
6 weeks, I think, right?
Yeah, well, you figure next week is what? You figure the 12th. So you figure the 10th or 11th, I think, is when the mandatory minicamp is, something like that. It's next week. And then you're not going to report to Oxnard until the end of July. So that's the issue. You're not going to report till the end of July. So.
Yeah, we're coming quick. 6 weeks.
Rob A for a 6th-round pick for CB that become a safety. Daniel, I think we have our safety of the future already on the team. I think we got Wanye Thomas. I think we got Marquise Bell, and I think we got Trayvon Diggs. If Savon Ravel comes in lighting it up. Now, we got some news regarding Deron Bland. Deron Bland is playing. He's playing outside, but he's getting a lot of work in the slot. So Deron Bland's being a teammate. Remember, Deron Bland is in a contract year. So Dallas is working guys inside and outside, but Bland is a very, very good slot corner. He has played outside and he's had some big plays playing outside, but he might be better suited for the slot. I just don't want to pigeonhole him. I know anytime you can play the slot in the NFL, you're a very athletic person, because it's probably the hardest position in my opinion. Because you got a two-way go. You got to cover the receiver. He can go left. He can go right. At least if you're on the boundary, right? You can kind of take the one move away, right? So it is what it is. I'm actually happy about what I'm seeing from minicamp. They actually look energized. At this point, Ken, that's all you can really expect, is the team to be focused as one and energized. And, for what they could do, I get it. That's a very good sign. Bland wants QB money, not slot. Yeah, I know, but he's willing to play the slot, is what I'm saying. He volunteered to go into the slot. He's still going to ask for CB1 money. So, again, he's very talented. So I think he's doing it just in case, if he gets paid, he don't give a shit where he goes, I just don't think he's going to get paid this year. But that's a question for Wade whenever he gets, well, he's not here, but, he's here. Who would, if you had to pick one, whether it was Deron Bland, let's say Bland has a good year, and let's say the Pickens has a good year. Who do you bring back? You let one go. Let's say I get
rid of Diggs, and I keep Bland and Pickens.
That wasn't a question, but
you keep both of them. You can't get
wow, dude. If he's
I mean,
Bland. As much as I like Bland,
if Bland has a mediocre year, if Bland has a average year, I'm not trying to sign him to a fat contract.
That's
if
what
Pickens
I'm saying.
comes in as a world beater, I'm keeping Pickens.
To me, it's not even close. You just drafted Savon Ravel. Yeah, you have Kalen Carson. You got Israel Mukwamu. You could trade for a guy. You can go out and get a Ramsey for a year or so. I mean, you could do certain things. I would much rather keep Pickens, but that's just me. I love I love Bland, but yeah, I disagree, Rob. I think if Pickens has a big time year and Dallas has success, I think Pickens' fate is tied to the success of the Cowboys. If Dallas actually makes the playoffs and wins playoff games, he ain't going nowhere, especially if he's a reason why. And everything that we're hearing and what Russell Wilson is saying regarding him, best receiver he's ever played with, just catches everything. It's just like he's one of one. I'm curious to see what Pickens is going to do with a decent quarterback. I know people like to trash Dak, but Dak puts up really good numbers in the regular
Dak's
season.
a good quarterback.
If Dak's shot, we'll know right away, right? Because there's
I didn't
no
like how he was
excuses.
playing last year, but if he shot like if he comes out the gate playing like garbage like he was this last year, oh man, I'm gonna be in panic mode. I'm gonna be like, this dude shot.
Yeah. And if that's
I don't want to hear none of them Peyton Manning comparisons because I never saw Peyton Manning play garbage after 30 besides that last season.
Yeah, so we'll see. Again, if look, we'll cross that bridge when it happens, So
and then we throw in our future Hall of Fame quarterback.
What, the interception machine in practice?
The interception machine.
Milton is throwing picks left and right. But
man,
he did throw a pick six to none other than was it Damone Clark or one of them? And then on the next play he throws a bomb for a touchdown. Just lets it go. So this is what you're gonna get right now until he learns the offense.
He's throwing picks like Brett Favre, huh?
Well,
dang it, man.
Yeah, like we'll give him a little bit of time, right, to pick everything up. He's a young quarterback.
Oh yeah. Wasn't Dak throwing a shitload of picks in practice, like when he was like a rookie or something like that?
Dak was a horrible.
This is before he even got the job. Like he just.
Yeah, Dak was a horrible practice player.
Yeah, and it's like game time comes around, and it's like, okay, he's playing pretty decent.
Yeah.
You'd hope that that's what's going to happen for him.
Yes, indeed. Let me see. Is this even there? Oh, no, it's not there. I can delete that. So let's see what else we got. Derek Carr said retiring, giving up $30 million was the right thing to do. Really, Derek? Are you that naive, brother?
You couldn't play for another year? Oh, my God.
While nursing a severe shoulder injury, Derek Carr said he chose to retire because he couldn't just take the New Orleans Saints money while sidelined on for the 2025 season.
Shit, I could.
I could.
Dak's doing it. Dak's real good at fucking getting hurt and taking money.
And then getting re-signed.
And then getting re-signed on top of that with no trade clause.
Here we go.
Thieving bastard.
Carr surprisingly announced his retirement from the NFL on May 10th, ending his 11th-year career. The Saints said 34-year-old was dealing with a labral tear in his right shoulder and had significant degenerative changes, his rotator cuff. By retiring, Carr chose to forgo his guaranteed $30 million contract for 2025, but he got to keep his $10 million roster bonus. You know what? I give him a lot of credit for doing that. I don't know that I would have. Sorry, I don't know. So with Carr's future uncertain, New Orleans drafted Louisville quarterback Tyler Shuck, right? They have Jake Haener, Spencer Rattler, and Tyler Shuck. There you go. Anybody who thinks that the Saints are going to be any good, good luck with that. They should have unloaded. They should have unloaded the running back. They should have unloaded and started over. Good luck, Kellen. I'm glad you got your Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, they should have started over for sure. I don't know what they were doing. They should have just unloaded everything.
Ken Armstrong, the lineup of wide receivers crazy.
Hell,
Dak is to do better.
You should have. The linebacker they got. What's his name? Demario Davis. I would have been. Hey, Demario, come to Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
He's a hell of a linebacker. I like him.
Go ahead and anchor my middle linebacker position for the next 5 years.
What's up, Thomas?
What's going on? I just got in from my doctor.
Everything good?
Yeah,
Good.
just check up. That's all.
Yeah.
One none.
Daniel M. If the front office brings back Gilmore, I'm giving up on the Cowboys. Daniel. If you go out and get Ramsey, okay. If you give again, why would you give up, brother?
Why would you give up on the Cowboys? They brought back Gilmore.
Gilmore is not going to do anything but be a stopgap. Ramsey too. Everybody thinks Ramsey is a stud. If Ramsey was a stud, he would be somewhere already. Somebody would have already have traded for him. Everybody's trying to get a bargain. Derek Carr got tired of faking of being hurt when he got sacked. Yeah, Hallie, I don't know that I could be that nice. I would take the 30 mil, Hallie. Sorry, the team can afford it. Miguel, the money's already accounted for, basically. Miguel, what's up, brother? Happy Thursday. I heard Aaron Rodgers is going to the Steelers. Yes, he is. Do we play the Steelers this year? Does anybody know? Thomas?
No.
No, we played them last year.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh, so he went out on it. Oh, so he went out on it. He went out on his Steelers, huh?
Yeah, on Friday he's going to sign the deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One season isn't.
Watch him pull a Brett Favre like when Brett Favre left the Jets and then literally have the best season of his fucking career.
Oh, no.
Watch that happen.
He's going to send a D pick to one of the cheerleaders or something like Brett did.
No, Brett left the Jets and then went to the Vikings and literally had the best year of his career.
I know. I was playing with you. Did Del Carria and Hallie do their homework?
Send the picks, huh?
Linda, did you guys watch the Brett Favre movie? Xavier Del Rio, what's up? He's laughing at Wade. He laughing at Wade. Chris May, Retro Gaming Grub. Cowboys shut him down. We will run it down Micah's throat. Here we go. Rob is starting already. Let's see here. What else have we got?
I will not disagree, Rob. You might.
Who might?
The run game is Micah Parsons not as strong.
Yeah, again, if you're gonna run to the outside, okay. I think you have to have success running up the middle and then bounce it. We pitched trade offers to 3 NFL stars, landing spots for Ramsey, Cousins, and Hendrickson. Let's review some of these possible trade offers here. Okay, boom, boom, boom. The latest on potential Kirk Cousins trade. Number one, who wants him? I guess maybe New Orleans. If you're New Orleans, I guess you would want him, huh? Like why wouldn't you want Kirk Cousins? Let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. Penix is the starter in Atlanta. He seems comfortable with Cousins as the backup. Falcons figure they set to pay Cousins $27.5 million of his guaranteed money in 2025, as they might as well hold on to him or at least get something in return. So why would the Cleveland Browns trade? This is such a stupid trade. Jeremy Fowler's offer. Falcons get Kenny Pickett, a 2026 6th-round pick, and cash considerations. Number one, Kenny Pickett's playing the best out of any quarterback in the Browns team right now. Why would they do that? Makes no sense. Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, Shador playing like garbage?
No, Shador's playing good, but Kenny Pickett's arguably playing
better.
Yeah. No, it had nothing to do with Gilmore, Rob. It was, you were talking about Micah. I could care less about Gilmore. He's not a part of the team, and if he does, it's just an extra player. Falcons get 2026 5th-round draft pick. Not everything's about Eagles versus Dallas, but hey, Falcons.
It is, because that's the rivalry.
Yeah, well, for them, our rival is really the Commandos, especially how good they're playing. Falcons get 2026 5th-round pick. Let's see. Dan Graziano is offered Minnesota Vikings get Cousins. Why would the Vikings get their Cousins again? They got a J.J. McCarthy that's being compared to Josh Allen all of a sudden. Pittsburgh Steelers. This is obviously before the Aaron Rodgers trade. This is stupid. Yeah, disregard this. Here comes Momo. I'm Momo.
Uh-oh.
I'm Momo. The latest on the potential
Uh-oh.
Trey Hendrickson trade. He wants a long-term deal. Again, Hendrickson turns 31. I am not giving him a big-time deal. He's set to earn $15.8 million this year. The season and unrestricted in 2026. All-Pro edge rusher is NFL's reigning sack leader, 17.5. Cincinnati doesn't have many pass rushing options outside of him. I don't see him
Let's
going
sign him.
anywhere.
I need another pass rusher. Let's do this.
We don't need another pass rusher. Learn the team you
Let's do
got.
this shit.
Like you got to do with a guy who can't stop the run too, right?
Let's do it. Oh, we got a quarterback. We got to get up by 30 points.
We already got to do
just
that.
rush.
So what's going on? What's going on, Momo? What's up, man? How you doing? Good. You're muted. You are muted, Momo. Muted Momo. He's trying to figure out how to hit that unmute button. Oh, and look, there he goes. He's still messing with it.
I started my YouTube thing yesterday.
I thought you already started it.
I did. I played with it.
Oh, well, no. Okay. So how did that work out? How'd that work out for you? How'd that work? No, I'm serious. How'd that work out for you?
I went live yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I must not have had my bell. What time was that?
I think it was around 7:30.
Oh, you went mano y mano against Smart. Oh, no, that was 9. Well, no, what was yesterday? Wednesday? Oh, yeah. I was going to do something, but I worked a few hours extra at work, and by the time I got home, I was beat. So me and Dave.
I did it, and so I got to learn how to edit, because a lot of times because it says, oh, you cannot save it to upload it. I was like, wait a minute now, I'm on your channel. What do you mean? So they want you to do some editing, because it'll tell you if you any copyright or any language, what have you. So I was like, so there's no language, so why would they keep telling me? So I just got to play with it.
Yeah, well, again, it'll tell you. Yeah, it'll tell you what to chop out and what not to chop out. Logan Motorsports is here. What's up? Momo Paul is playing with it. Oscar, Arturo, that fool Rob A going to be absent after that loss. Clemente. What's up, Mark Huston? What's up, brother? Joe Tranchina from Italy is here. What's up, Joe?
So there's interesting things going on in NFL, because I'm just waiting for these dumb. I'm waiting on the dumb rules changes. These, it's going to be some dumb rules changes, because what they really need to do, stop saying that they care for the players. Please stop saying that. Please stop saying that. You don't.
Wow.
Because that rule, the kickoff, is the dumbest thing, the dumbest one ever. Because now they're going to do it. Now it's going to even get worse on the kickoff. Why even have the kickoff then? You're going to do this? Just have them have the ball at the 30-yard line and be done with it.
They need to bring it back to the 20. You shouldn't you shouldn't be able to make like literally one completion and you're already like in field goal range. That's just makes no sense.
Yes, I agree with you, Ray. That's the dumbest thing ever. You kick the kickoff. You got to kick the ball off between, I guess, near the 5-yard line and the goal line. If you kick it out of bounds, kick it and they get the ball at the 30 or 35. I think the 40. I think the new rule is going to be at the 40-yard line.
No, the new rule is that everything is at the 35, I believe.
Yeah, I do not like that rule.
Everything is at the 35.
That's stupid.
No, like touchbacks are at the 35. The only thing that's not is if
stupid needs to be at the 20. Dumb. 20-yard line.
They don't want you kicking it out of the end zone. They want you to. What they're trying to do, Wade, is force you to They're trying to force you to kick the ball in the field of play. You know, the landing zone area, that's what they want. They want kick returns. So they want exciting kick returns.
If they want that, then move the kickoff team back more.
I see the Eagle fans show up telling everyone they won the Super Bowl. What's up, George? How are you?
So the rule is stupid because they claim all these injuries happen on kickoffs and punts.
Yeah.
I can make an argument. The most of the injuries happen off when they run the ball and you're in that pile trying to get somebody blocking you, and your legs get cut under, or somebody's gouging your eyes, or hitting you in the groin, or hitting on your leg, or trying to twist your ankle.
Wow.
That's when the injuries come in, when you're running the ball, especially when it's 4th inches or 30 inches, and it's a big pile up. See who got the first down. Everything is legal underneath that pile because the referee can't see it.
11 and 10.
Been going on forever.
What's up, Jameson Taylor? How are you?
What I'm saying is, Thomas, is that they too concerned with injuries and they don't care about injuries. I don't know why this facade like they care about the players.
Oh yeah, they don't give up. They don't care.
Because I just think it's unfair for a player to get fined for every little thing you do. Oh, you don't. Your socks.
If they didn't care about the players, they need to go back to old school NFL.
But they really don't. They really don't. Because how about this way?
Let's get back to where the cornerbacks could just absolutely decimate the wide receivers off the line of scrimmage. Let's get back to that. That's right.
Let's go back to that. Let's go back to it. I would love to see that.
Let's go back to where good quarterback stats were: 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That was good quarterback stats back then.
Half these quarterbacks in this league, they went back to the 70s and 80s football. Half of them wouldn't even make it.
We got to go back to that. Let's get them big knee pads out again too. Them big knee pads and neck braces and shit.
But you know,
neck rolls.
It's more injuries in today's NFL than it was back then. Wayne.
Yep.
I saw the 90s Cowboys training camp, bro. They were literally full blown like NFL game, like tackling each other at fucking full speed.
Yes.
Yeah, them days are over, guys.
I mean, they were literally 2-a-days, full pads, blowing the shit out of each other all off season, and yet all them guys like played the whole season.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here saying, like, we got some problems in modern NFL now. We got some problems. If those guys could have full padded practices, like full contact, all training camp, and come out with most of their starters pretty much.
You know what starts with?
We can't do that nowadays. We got
it starts with they've been spoiled because it starts with in grade school.
I don't want to hear nothing about the guys now are bigger than what they were back then, man. I don't know, man. Them 90s teams, man, there's some big dudes on them teams. I don't know about that.
And it starts in grade school, high school. All those schools do not do a whole lot of practice anymore. If you live in Texas, you know how hot it is down there this time of the year coming up in June and July.
They were literally, the Dallas Cowboys training camp was in Wichita Falls in July.
That was hot
in the middle of the summer. Hot as shit. Over here, 110 degrees outside, burning their ass off out there in that heat.
They couldn't get good work in, though, Wade.
They were getting some. I don't know, man. That was like an NFL game they were playing out there in practice. That's what it looked like.
And then I think all the teams play each other in scrimmage. They fly out to the team scrimmage facilities and they scrimmage, and always a fight break out. It's always a fight break out.
See you, Clemente. See you, brother. Make sure the wife is taken care of tonight, all right, my man? Fake Philly 500's here. What's up, brother?
Uh-oh. Fake Philly 500.
The fake Philly's here. Fake Philly. Shots
fake
fired.
Philly.
Joe Trenton. Today's NFL looks like tag football. Yeah, tag.
Oh, they tagging you all right.
We got Momo here, the voice of the Commanders. So Terry McLaurin is frustrated by lack of contract talks. What says you?
I say that's all a ploy. I say it's going to get done like everything else done. Everybody's frustrated.
Upset. That's no
ploy.
But
they're all upset.
He upset. Number one.
Yeah. And here's my thing with like that. So these contract talks, are they necessary right now? I don't understand why he wasn't complaining about this earlier. Now it's a problem. Are they really necessary to talk about it? Because he's not going to, because he's going to play this year. It's the next year you should worry about. His contract ain't up this year.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's look into it. Terry McLaurin frustrated by lack of contract talks. Terry McLaurin is one of 3 players not attending the Commanders' organized team activities. Right now, they are voluntary. With left tackle Laramie Tunsil, he's smoking it up, and cornerback Marshawn Lattimore, also absent per multiple sources. Marshawn Lattimore right now is on the moon. I mean, not Marshawn Lattimore, Laramie Tunsil. He's got his gas mask on.
He don't do that no more.
Hold up, I gotta let my dog. I gotta let Daisy out.
Smoking big killer, getting high.
He's not smoking that ganja, is he?
Nah, it was a tape that came out. It was a thing that came out when he was getting drafted, and they showed him wearing a gas mask weed thing. Have you ever seen it?
Oh, that's old, man.
I know.
Old.
What happened?
That went viral. That went viral about 10 years ago.
Yeah. We'll see.
He was down in Mississippi smoking that when he played at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
See you, Hallie. Everybody's leaving. See you, Hallie.
Brian, you was off today?
No, I just got home from work. Scary Terry, future Eagle. Talk.
Yeah, I don't think the Eagles want. What the Eagles need him for? They got all those great receivers, and they still be so good. What you need Terry for? Stay in your lane. Do what you do. How about get a reliable backup when Hurts weren't able to perform this season?
Shots fired. Damn.
Yeah, just like we got interception machine Joe Milton.
Yeah.
That's
now you know how these rumors came across with Joe Milton. Joe Milton for the Cowboys, like he was hard to get along. He's a diva. He's this, he's that. I don't believe none of this mess. That's the Patriots putting that out there.
That's a whole bunch of bullshit.
Bull junk.
I tried to tell y'all about Joe Milton. Yeah, bull jiggity.
Bunch of
bull sugar. Bull sugar. Shout out to Law Nation. Bull sugar. I tried to tell y'all about Joe Milton. I told y'all this. I told y'all this about a month and a half ago after the trade. I told y'all I used to watch the boy play here at UT. I tried to tell y'all.
You tried to tell us
what?
You tried to tell us what?
Remember when
tell us what?
They were
break it down.
When he was a diva and all of that, I tried to tell y'all Joe Milton is what all he said. He is not all about that. He is not a diva.
You saying I told you? Come on now, spit it out.
I'm not.
Man, I
don't believe a word of Patriots. Patriots they're all over the place.
I'm just messing with you. Patriots
are all over the place. I don't trust a word they say.
Man, I gotta go through my comments. Jesus. I just
hey,
looked
Momo,
at my phone.
What are you talking about?
Is it out of control in there or what?
No, I was talking about
I'm
Milton.
talking about
I was talking about
from all
Milton.
my videos.
I just believe
100 comments. I gotta
Milton
get
looks
back to.
good on paper. He's athletic. He's
Who we talking
brilliant
about,
like
Milton?
that.
Stop
But
shitting on our backup, bro. You don't even.
no, I ain't shitting on him. I'm just saying
He's
on,
saying
bro.
that the Eagles don't have a quality backup.
What are you talking
Yes.
about? I like the guy they got,
What
and
are
I'm
you
not
talking
even an
about?
Eagle fan.
McKee went in there and did just
Not
fine.
Tanner McKee. I
After.
like the other guy. Tanner McKee.
No, I like McKee. McKee
I
went in
like
there
McKee,
and,
but
and launched some touchdowns in that Dallas game after
don't listen.
Flickett
Again,
went out.
don't
It's
stop
McKee
measuring
the
up to
second.
last year's Dallas team. That's that you ain't
Well,
gonna
I
give.
mean, that's the only game he played in. So that's the only.
Okay. Well,
Did
know what I
you
mean? That's
hear
the
what
only-
Michael
well,
Irvin
then
said,
that's the case.
Robbie?
Milton
Did you
went
hear
in
what
and
Michael
lit
Irvin
it up
said?
on his game.
The Cowboys are going
I
to
like
shock
Milton,
your
too.
ass.
I don't. I mean, it's okay.
I like Milton. I'd rather have Milton or McKee over. Who's your backup now? Is it still the kid out of Oregon that was a bust?
Who's that?
Who's the bus?
Who's that?
Mariota.
No, Mariota
I like
plays
Mariota.
well for us this past season.
Remember Mariota? Remember he started out like really shitty with the Eagles, and then he kind of, I don't know what happened. That year with the Eagles, he had some more downs than up, but then he went and had a hell of a year the next year. It's like maybe it was a system thing, you know?
It's the system. You see how he flourished and when they took.
If he flourished, then why did you take the quarterback at 2?
Right.
No, what I'm saying that when that last game against Dallas and Washington was losing that game, he's the one who won the game for him.
Yeah, he won that game for Washington. I was at that game.
I won against Dallas. Is that what you're saying?
Hey,
you broke up. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, he won the game for Washington. Because he made that comeback. He threw a hell of a. Remember, he ran the ball.
Mariota is a good backup quarterback. Never had to get started. He's never.
That's all I say he is. Yeah.
Yeah, because remember, I thought he was going to score the touchdown.
Mariota,
when he broke, I don't know. I think Michael was in the game, and Michael was it Michael? Was it the other linebacker or defensive line at the end? They went after 2 people instead of going after the quarterback. They miscontained, and he goes up the field, and he almost scored a touchdown. He almost ran about 60 yards.
Mariota's one of them type.
Let me get to this chat here. Joe Milton says, Joe Tranchina says, I love Joe Milton. I believe if Dak gets hurt, he can win us games. Here's the deal. I love Joe Milton just because he's a young second-year guy who could grow. It is a risk to have him as your backup. Make no mistake. We don't really know about Joe Milton as far. I'm okay with it because you're paying your starter $60 million, so you're kind of okay with going with a guy like Milton and having a guy like Will Greer, go from there. They're gonna. I tell you what's gonna happen. They're gonna look at Joe Milton a lot in preseason.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
They might. I think he's on the team, but if he's not looking the part as a backup, especially after Hammy off the bone, could go down at any moment, then you may see Dallas go out, move on from Greer, possibly. I know Phil loves Will Greer, and possibly go out and get a veteran quarterback. So stay tuned. Is Randy in here? Randy was in here.
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers for the Cowboys.
Aaron Rodgers, come here. Let's start some circus drama here.
What are you starting? I don't have much energy, so you guys can go at it, man. Go ahead. I'll just navigate and try and read.
So, Brian, you wouldn't want Aaron as the backup?
Aaron Rodgers he's signing with.
He's with the Steelers.
The Steelers on Friday.
I don't believe.
You don't believe it? Well, I just read the article, but
yeah.
I mean, what I'm saying that I think Tomlin had lost control of the team years ago. I don't think he's that. He talked the talk. He talks well in press conference, but look at his history of all the wide receivers, defensive wide receivers who left and running back, and they get out of control, and he can't bring them back.
And then they still go to the playoffs every year.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. When they need,
he's literally like Marvin Lewis at this point. They go to the playoffs every year and lose. Great.
Like when Marvin was in Cincinnati. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like Marvin was literally going every year, and it's like, oh yeah, one and done.
But think about that.
Not
But
Dells.
just think about that Cleveland Browns team, the coaches they had on that staff. You should be winning Super Bowls with that staff.
What are you talking about, Mama?
They had a hell of a staff. Defensively, they had a hell of a coaching staff.
When?
They that year I think it was, I can't go back. I think it was the year. Who was that quarterback?
Oh, Cleveland?
Yes, they had Marvin Lewis.
Yeah, look at their coaching
Marvin
staff
Lewis
back in
was
1994 when Bill Belichick was on that
Yeah, that's what
coaching
I'm
that
talking
team.
about.
Their
That's what I'm talking about.
their coaching staff was loaded.
That coach staff was loaded because Nick Saban was on that staff.
Yeah, they had.
That was
That's what I'm talking
Saban was
about.
there. Yeah, they were all young. It was a lot of young guys.
Long time ago.
Yeah, they were young.
Yeah, it was young. What I'm saying,
Literally, the Patriots staff was like literally a lot of the Patriots staff was on that
team.
Browns team.
Yep.
There was Belichick, Marvin Lewis.
That's why the Cleveland Browns are cursed.
They cursed. Say they
Nick
cursed.
Saban.
Had freaking Bill Belichick on a move to freaking Baltimore.
But didn't they have but one of my favorite coaches of all time, guys, had to be
Nick
I
Saban was on that staff.
I guess he coached the Eagles, and his two sons played for coached the NFL.
You got it, Logan.
Ryan.
Yeah. Talking about Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
Logan, real quick, Brian, will you be streaming games this year? I'll be streaming some games, but not. I don't think I'm streaming any Dallas or Eagles games. I think what I'll do.
No, he's going to be at the game.
I think I'll be doing like post. No, I'm talking about just games in general. I think I'm going to try and enjoy football and then do like a post game, maybe like we'll do like a live stream.
Yeah,
I think that's because it's a long day when you're doing all that, and sometimes it's nice just to watch the game and enjoy the game, take your notes, and then do a nice.
I told Mark that too.
Well, Mark, he'll never do that. Mark's,
Mark is
streaming.
Mark,
from 7 in the morning until 10
in the morning until about 10 at night.
Exactly. I think, especially when those games in London, they'll be up like at 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Again,
Oh, Brian.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if you heard this, but the NFL was they were trying to get the Jets and Dallas play in London.
Really?
Jerry was gonna do it.
And what happened?
The Giants turned it down. The Jets turned it down. The Jets turned it down.
Interesting.
They would.
Why would that be a good game to watch anyway?
Yeah.
You don't want to play a game in London?
Yeah, the people in London, they wanted it. They wanted it because of the Dallas Cowboys. They wanted the game. And Jerry wanted it.
But they're going to have to play the Jets. They could go to another team. They ain't had to do the Jets.
Didn't want it. The Jets didn't want it.
Okay.
The Jets didn't want it. They turned it down.
I would say.
With them being the home team, they could turn it down.
Game time. What I believe in the future, they should take all preseason games and take it.
Momo, are you hearing what I'm saying? Are you hearing what I'm saying? The Jets were the home team, and they was entitled to turn it down.
Right.
Hold up. So who turned it down?
That's what I was trying to say.
The Jets turned it down. It's a home game, so the Jets told the NFL, "No, we want an actual home game. We don't want our home game in England."
Yeah, because there's probably going to be more Dallas. It doesn't matter because they still get the revenue, but I would think MetLife is bigger. So I don't know. It's early in the season too. Jets will still be relevant.
Well, I see in the future that a lot of these preseason games is going to be overseas anyway. So majority are going to be in overseas in the future.
Quit doing this. Who cares? We don't want to bring the NFL to Europe. They ain't gonna play. They're not gonna play in. They're not gonna have European NFL teams. Are you kidding me?
They did it one time.
Keep it American, man. Keep it American.
Collapsed. I'd rather us, like, if you're gonna expand, you need to expand into like Canada You need to expand like into
Or
Canada
or Canada
or
would never
into
allow that.
Mexico, into
Canada,
Mexico or some shit.
maybe Mexico, but not Canada. They get a Canadian league in the so what? You get CFL. They ain't not doing that. You going to their
Yeah, we need to just go
territory.
ahead and put the CFL out and get about
Nah,
two
you know
teams in
CFL is
Canada.
very popular. I like the CFL actually. I think I love the rules in it. They hit. They do the same thing in NFL. NFL has adopted some of their rules. I think last year they did the experiment. If it's a pass you can throw a flag down if you think it's a pass interference, or if you think it's holding on no play, you can challenge that was a pass interference or that was a holding. I think they experimented with NFL, experimented a little bit. I don't know, it was last year or the year before.
Yeah, Philly D. I was telling Wade, I was looking at prices even for Jets games. Right now, you're gonna pay with fees, $300-$400.
Yeah, lower level, 350. Ain't.
Oh, you were bitching about that with Dallas.
I was bitching about that with Dallas because here's the problem with Dallas. Here's the problem with our garbage stadium. You pay $500, you pay $1,000 for a ticket, and the entire fucking time you're watching that middle of that.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, he's going through the
the
illicit.
You got the
you pay for the tickets, and you're literally watching the big screen the entire time.
Oh yeah,
that's all you're doing.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree.
It's like, damn, I might as well sit at home in my living room instead I'm watching a big 80-yard TV.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting why you say that. It's I had went to a minor league baseball game, right? And the money you spend to get in, and then you get food. I felt like I was at a professional league because it's so expensive.
Sorry, I was listening to something. Sorry, guys. Hey, game time. I was watching a football life. Troy Aikman, Jackson Dart had that young Troy Aikman long hair. Yes, he did. Jackson Dart looks a little bit like Troy, but this is, it's about it, Miguel. Die carry. Sorry, I've been saying Del carry like a jackass.
You don't see no hope for him? You don't think he's going to be a good pro?
As long as Milton doesn't have a Trey Lance preseason, he could be fine. Die carry, I think.
I do want to ask you this.
Rodgers all Cowboys fans. Steelers, yes. Sorry, I'm behind in the chat, everybody. Wanted to get tickets, but prices are ridiculous. Yes, Philly D, they are. Anyway, go ahead, brother.
So, I'm going to ask you this. Last preseason game, when that quarterback for the Cowboys no longer with y'all, he threw 5 interceptions in the game. Who was the idea to keep him in the game after he threw 3?
You got to see what he's got. I mean,
at that point, did it really matter? I mean, we were kind of.
But it made his stock go down even worse.
Yeah, nobody. The book was out on him. Dallas, it took a gamble, and it said a lot when he didn't even get a chance to play any games until last year when, it was World War III. Basically, I mean, they were going down left and right. So, and he still couldn't get any real run. And when he did, he fell flat on that. That was a preseason game, right, where he threw all those interceptions.
Yeah, one preseason game. Yeah. One. It wasn't like a multiple.
I think that was against the Chargers, if I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, it was the Rams. It was the Rams last game the last preseason game of the preseason, because that game was nationally televised.
Oscar, I don't know.
For sure that game.
I would wait on the seats, brother. We'll play it by ear, Oscar. That's how I would say it. Phil, again, they will go cheaper. They will. But Yeah, don't jump on it now. Stay patient. Got
Yeah,
a super chat, West Virginia. Who is all going to Vegas? I didn't see a response, brother. Did you get your room yet? Just real quick, Thomas, and just hold that thought. Me and Phil are staying at the Mandalay. It's a little more pricier, but I know Randy McIntyre, Oscar Perini, they're staying right next door at the Excalibur. And there's literally you can walk across, or they have a, what do you call that? That like tram that goes back and forth. So, if anybody wants to go, you can stay there. So, I did hear a bunch of bigwigs are staying where I'm staying, but that's a nicer hotel. So, I understand. Thanks, West Virginia. Appreciate it. It'd be cool to hang out this year. I know we wanted to do it last year, but it didn't work out. Anyway, Thomas, go ahead, brother. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my cousin about.
All right, cool.
Tickets. I told him, I said, man, just stick around, man, because them tickets, they're gonna go down. They're gonna go down.
The team is bad.
And I think mainly them tickets, that'll highlight that. I think mainly it's for the season ticket holders. But other than that, if I was you, I just sit and wait.
Yeah.
Them prices will go down.
So I when I go to football games, and I do go, I like to do the tailgating, and if I go into the stadium, I think I'm wasting my money because I really can't really see anything like I want to, and I'm sitting here watching a big screen. So I feel like I'm at home, like Wade said.
See, I like being at home myself. So, but I don't mind going to games, but I'd rather just go and hang out with the peeps. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I like.
Friends.
That's kind of what I like doing. That's what I'm looking forward to. So, Thomas, how far is your B&B? Yeah, from the Strip. Do you know yet?
You know what? As of right now, I don't know.
I gotta, lost Rob.
I gotta talk to my cousin about the entire, the entire information about where we're staying. As of right now, all he's telling me is, it's gonna be about 10 to 12 of us, and we're gonna stay in the Airbnb.
There you go. Wow, 10 to 12, you're coming in strong. Brian, on your video this morning about the grass field next year for the World Cup, FIFA making them put in grass to host matches, NFL looking as stadiums like all. So, George, George DC for life. We'll have to see what's going on with that and how it actually performs. My thing to you is, George, could they do it? I know they're doing it for AT&T indoors, but could they do it every week? Week in, week out? Could they take it up? Could they put something on top to play a college bowl game? Because, grass can't withstand it. Are they going to have multiple? How would that work? It's one thing to have a stadium where it's a one-off, or you just play football games and an occasional concert. But how the hell are you going to do that indoors at AT&T? That's my thing. The damn TV blocks a lot of the sun from hitting it. Well, it comes in through the glass, so maybe there's enough sun to, do it. Brian, we got to catch a game or two together this year, brother. Jimbo, yes, that would be fun. Definitely. You can come over here and hang out. I'll go. That'll be fun. I'm sorry, but I have different takes on my Cowboys than others think, but I know that this team is still not tough enough to stop a damn run. I know that in my heart they will get Ramsey. Hey, if they get Ramsey, I'll give you a shout out, Daniel M. If they get Ramsey, I will shout you out and say you knew it all along. How's that? But I don't buy it. Don't buy it. I do not buy it. Let's see. Where did you get 1 point on a missed field goal? Yeah, you should lose 1 point on a missed field goal, like in fantasy football. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. That's about it, boys. There's not much really going on. It's kind of a dead day here. So we'll probably shut her down in about an hour and a half. Sorry, Del.
Yeah,
Dicaria.
really
I just
don't.
looked at your name. I blew it up, and I've been saying it wrong. I apologize.
Really, the only thing that's really going on is Pittsburgh picking up Aaron Rodgers. That's it.
Yeah. Not much. And after next week, it'll even be deader because then we got like 6 weeks until the actual season gets training camp. Daisy's all right. She's outside right now barking. She's wandering around, missing her mom. She's Vegas is great, going for like 2-3 days. Yeah, Philly D. Me and Phil are getting there Friday night. So we're getting there Friday night, and then we'll check in, and then we're there Saturday, Sunday, Monday is a game, come home Tuesday. So there you go, brother. So, but I think that's it, guys. Again, I just want to do a little lunchtime chat. The Moshers are here, not to bring projects into this play for a certain guy. What do you mean by that, Moshers? What do you mean? But listen, Logan, regardless, we'll be doing live streams all the time. So we'll have more lively live streams. I know it was just one of them days. But I'm going to get out of here. Thomas, I'll talk to you later, brother. All
right, bro.
Momo, you have a good night. Mike Dunn, Cowgores won't do much this season. Yeah, we're not going to read any more of that, Mike. We ain't going out like that, brother. What goes in Vegas stays in Vegas. George D.C. for life. You got that right. But what do you mean by that voting for certain guys? That guy, I'm not getting even Darlene, David, I'm not getting a political. Whatever you guys do, you guys do. You know what I'm saying? My friend has Jets season tickets, so hopefully he gives them to me. There you go. 4th row end zone. Look at you, brother. Oscar. Keep me posted. If you know anybody, that wants to get rid of their seats, that's not ridiculous. Mike Dunn, say it louder so the Joneses will hear you. Daniel, the Joneses beat to their own drum. That's what they do. Happy thirsty Thursday game time. Who else is going to get on the shoddy train? Xavier champion. I'm on the train. I'm definitely on the train. So Jones family is your problem and always will be. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, Mike Dunn. Wade going to Vegas. Wade left. I'm trying to get him to go to Vegas. Trying to get Wade to be there and hang out with Vegas. I don't think he's ever been to Vegas. And he's in Dallas, so that's an easy flight, right, Thomas? From Dallas to Vegas? That's an El Cheapo, man.
That's about, I think that's about
2 hours?
About 1.5 to 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so looking forward to it. I don't care, Mike. Yeah, Daniel M., don't let him bother you. It's all good, brother. He can come in talking his shit. You won't see him if we win. Wade in Vegas, that's... Yes. Yeah, see, Wade in Vegas, that'll be like Crocodile Dundee, right, in New York. That's Wade in Las Vegas. But all right, everybody, I'm going to roll. What time is it? Yeah, that's it for me today. I'll talk. Today, Thursday? Maybe I'll do something tomorrow. I obviously will get my videos when I get there. Arturo, I got Excalibur right next to Mandalay for less than $700 for 4 days. I got big discount for some reason. That's not bad. Yeah. It is cheaper, Oscar. So definitely do that. Definitely. All right, everybody. Philly D, I'm out. I'll talk to everybody. See ya. Die carrier. See ya. Bye, everybody. Late.